In a recent video, I promised that I would return to do a Somatic Money Oracle Deck read, a Somatic Money Oracle Deck pull. If you recall, I have not had my deck out in quite some time. Like, has it been a year? Like, when was the last time I did one of these? I don't know. But with my spirit team talking with me, chattering with me about, Dana, we need you talking about the new economy and the new money, and we need you doing that. The other thing that they wanted me to do was to bring this out because these are the tools. This is the foundation. These are the blueprints in this deck that are going to help you consciously grasp the type of energies that we're going to need to be aware of to be able to work with our money. Now, one of the things I do want to say is traditionally, what the toxic financial patriarchy has based our monetary supply and economies on for centuries is this ideology that money is only physical, and you only work with money in a structural way, and you only work with money with logic, and you get rid of energy and emotion and anything that looks like that. And that could not be further from the truth. And one of the things I do in coaching with people and training with people is like, yes, we need our structure with our money, and we need our logic with our money, and we need to know how things function. But it doesn't stop there. It moves through, it moves into the feminine of what I call emotionally intelligent architecture. What is the architecture of your emotional intelligence? Especially with money and the transaction points and agreements and exchanges with partners. Like, that is all super important with money. What's going on with the energy with your money? What's going on with the intuition with your money? Are you talking with your spirit team with money? Like, there's this whole feminine money vessel that the toxic financial patriarchy ignores. And the majority of fundamental financial problems that I find people have, a lot of the anchors and roots of those problems can be solved shifting from that toxic financial, very, very close vessel and opening it up and providing feminine money tools and insights and healings and all those sorts of things. Now, if you're sitting there going, Dana, like, I'm doing abundance, and I'm like, yes, that's an aspect of it. It is. Or I'm doing manifestation, and yes, that is an aspect of it. And I'm doing gratitude, and yes, that is an aspect. These are very important pieces of the puzzle. What I have found over a period of time is, even though these things are fundamentally important, they can also be overgeneralized, overused, and lean maybe a little bit too much into toxic positivity that glosses over the surface of maybe some more intricate mechanisms that are going on internally with your EQ, with your emotionally intelligent architecture in your somatic space with money. And so doing Oracle deck pulls, Oracle card pulls, this begins to trigger, thoughts and ideas of maybe ways to stretch and heal and grow that will fundamentally come back and help you at that transaction point with money. So that being said, I have already pulled 3 cards. They are face down. I have not looked at them. You're just going to have to take my word for that at this point, because I want to be just as surprised as you are when I pull these cards. So just know, here's the deck. I've pulled the 3 cards. I'm going to lift those up and show them to you. If you want the deck for yourself, it is either on my website, somaticmoney.com. You can find the links through there on my Somatic Money area, like the tabs that are there. Or you can go over to my Linktree and go through Shopify and pick up the deck there as well. So let's go ahead and pull up the first card. And the first card they want me to show is this card. And let me take a look at it. It is, financial exchanges. I already just made a little bit of a mention of it. So in the mechanism of your money, connected into your second chakra, your sacral chakra, the way money works is that we must have partners to interact with, that we have exchanges with, financial exchanges for goods and services, and in that place, in that place of partnership and exchanges, we have agreements. We have agreements for, like, you're going to get this for this amount, or we're going to do this for this amount. And that is the nature of how money works. Now, the card that's coming up is the financial exchange card. And let's see what I had to say about this. Let me just see what's going on. It comes down to this. In the triad of partnership, agreement, and exchange, the alive elements of money living through our second chakra, it's the quality of exchanges that elevate our financial lives. If you drew this card, it's a nod from the universe to review the quality of your financial exchange space. Is it muddy? Is it toxic? Perhaps this is a great time to clean up your space and sage, or are you unclear about where you work with your money? Time to set a designated space with good energy. And do you have set money dates with your friend money? And when you receive money or pay for things, what is your emotional state? It's time to take stock. So whether you're out running around in public and you have a financial exchange, or you're having a financial exchange conversation with a partnership, or the exchange is the money that you are receiving for the work that you're doing, like this, this card is basically saying take stock of what's going on in that exchange space. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with the second card. And the second card is financial divination. So this is basically saying, even though this card is a standalone is important, this card is basically saying, we're in a window right now with financial exchanges where it would be important to use financial divination. What do we mean by financial divination? If you're an accountant, I can feel your eyes rolling. If you're woo-woo, I can feel your excitement. But both of you slow your roll. The financial divination I'm talking about is first having a structural financial practice of solid bookkeeping. You cannot throw that out. You need your solid bookkeeping. Then you integrate your EQ money presence practice into this space. As you're grounded in your body, in the middle of your numbers, it's time. You may engage your higher energy space to talk with your spirit team, your spirit money team, for guidance. You may use your pendulum to ask financial yes/no questions, or pull tarot cards for your financial journey locations, and or tune in with your intuition or gut instinct. This is the grounded and integrated sweet spot where numbers talk, transformation happens, money improves, and financial divination works. So basically, this is spirit realm going, you need to get present at your exchange space and follow the steps on this card to dial in more of your financial feminine in that spot. Well, we've got a third card, and I really want to find out what this is going to mean. And oh my God, this card says sage. So that basically, to me, that basically means with these is like, if you want a really good exchange space to have accurate divination, you need to clean up your act, and sage clean up that space so you can get clearer, cleaner exchanges, better information. I can hear somebody saying out here in energy space, they're basically saying, if you clean up your financial exchange space, especially with sage, or clean up the area, they're basically saying your money's going to function a lot better. Do you know how many clients I have given the task of go clean up your financial space, and they did, and they found money, and their money began working better, simply because the flow, the mechanisms of the structure and the flow can happen so much better. And so that's what basically Spirit Team is saying here is if you want better exchanges, especially in using your divination, you need to clean up your space. That's the financial message for right now. So if you want to get your hands on my Somatic Money Oracle Deck, it is at my website, somaticmoney.com. Go over to the Somatic Money tab areas. You can locate it there, or you can go through my Linktree, click through into Shopify, and pick up the deck there as well. And on that note, if you're looking at all of this and going, oh, good God, Dana, I need to work with you, but I do not know where to begin, you have a couple of options here. One of them is you can just book a session with me. Our first session is going to be roll up our sleeves and do inventory to find out where you're at. I never do anything with healing work or practice. I never do anything with, you need to do this. I never do anything like that until we do an inventory so we know what's going on. And that in and of itself can give you healing and catharsis, and you'll have a few practices coming out of that to begin with. All right, so that's what I've got for you for now. Thank you for being here. Make sure you keep walking forward to meet those miracles along the way, and I will see you in my next video.